Greetings, people. Well, Tyson Fury v Alexander Usyk has been announced. While this might be good news, under the circumstances, you'd have to be extremely gullible to believe it before it actually happens. I personally won't believe it until they're doing their ring walk. Already some people are saying December the 23rd. Then Frank said within Riyadh season, which ends in March. So we already have some discrepancies. I don't know about you, but Frank seemed to me to be a little unsure of himself, and he conspicuously kept referring back to the fight with Ngannou. Common sense tells me it would be prudent to wait and see after the Tyson Fury-Ngannou fight.
There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, "Fool me once, shame on you." If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
Frank seemed to me to be a little unsure of himself, and he conspicuously kept referring back to the fight with Ngannou. Common sense tells me it would be prudent to wait and see after the Tyson Fury-Ngannou fight. It seems to me they are trying to sell the Ngannou fight by saying Fury will fight Usyk next. They know the public aren't sold on the whole thing, especially after witnessing Ngannou on the pads.
Just seen Francis Ngannou. That's in the open workout. I hope he's kidding along and he's playing possum here. I hope that's a joke and intended to be a laugh. He won't get out of the first round. It's probably going to be Tyson's quickest knockout. But you know what? It's got to be kidology, that. It's got to be fun and games. Because if that's what he's got, well, God help him. He'll get smashed to bits. That's all I'm saying, mate. That's embarrassing. If that's what he can do on a public workout, don't bother doing a public workout. It's a disgrace.
Even John Fury said, this has got to be a joke. It will be the quickest knockout for Fury ever. If you haven't seen it, take a look. It's excruciating. No offense to Francis. Francis Ngannou looked more ponderous than before. If he wins, it truly would be a huge upset. But seeing the open workout makes it more apparent how much of a mismatch it is. Why did they do the public workout anyway? The fight's in late October. I'm guessing it was to garner more enthusiasm for the fight because public interest is so low. I feel Fury's team are desperate to sell the fight, and it can't be doing well. I personally don't know anyone who's going to pay to watch it, and public pressure has grown. I can't get away from the feeling that this is a desperation move, and Tyson Fury has been forced to take this fight. He shouldn't be getting any accolade for it either. The PR machine will be saying he finally got Usyk to sign, and he's always wanted the fight. They've been running from him. We are not goldfish-brained. Just a few days ago, Tyson Fury was saying he doesn't care about the belts, and Usyk can't sell out a leisure centre in Morecambe. But that's how far you went to make an excuse for avoiding him. Now, a day or so later, this? Forgive me for being a little skeptical. You can't blame anybody for not believing the fight will happen. I think they must have offered Fury so much money that he couldn't refuse it. Yet I cannot allow myself to be taken in. Usyk's team are a genuine group of people. They could be deceived. And saying it's signed does lend to its credibility. But it still doesn't mean the fight will take place. Signed could be draft, papered, agreed. None of that is set in stone, even if the Saudi prince has signed off on it. Fury has thanked a Saudi prince before for making the AJ fight, and that still didn't happen. We've seen this before.
All right, Sean, let's talk about this big matchup between Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury. What were your thoughts when you first heard that this fight had been made?
No, it ain't happening. That fight is not happening. Who he wants to fight? I don't think there's a chance in this world that he's going to pick fighting Alexander Usyk. I think that even though this fight is being announced and all that kind of stuff, we do not see them touch gloves and sit in the ring and box.
I didn't think this fight was going to happen. I don't think Tyson Fury is going to fight anybody. in a legitimate heavyweight boxing match, any top contenders. Fly. But I don't know. I still don't think I don't see it. Like you said,
now it's out. The cat's out of the bag. Now he's got to live up to it and own it. He's got to live up to it and own it.
Injuries, retirement, pullouts, clever ways to stall. As I've said before, until Tyson is walking into the ring, I can't be so imbecilic to accept the fight will actually take place. With all the nonsense that's gone before, I think this could be a cynical attempt to get people on side to watch the Ngannou fight. Let's see what the energy's like after that fight. Even if Usyk is there and he gets into the ring and we have a face-off with Tyson Fury, that still doesn't mean anything. We've seen them face off already ringside. No matter what happens now, all respect I had for Fury is gone. For me, it's like someone stealing your car and bringing it back wrecked and expecting you to say thank you. At this point, if Fury fought AJ, Usyk, Herkovich and Zhang and even beat them, there'd still be an asterisk on his record. Too much shenanigans. But hey, we know that'll never happen. It's on, it's off, it's on, it's off. Not interested anymore. Another thing I found obnoxious was when Bob Arum said to a reporter when asked, is Tyson Fury going to make 100 million for this fight? He said Tyson Fury would be insulted. He'll be making a lot more than that. Now, why would I, as a boxing fan, in an economic downturn, care about someone who has patronized his fans, exaggerated his achievements, taken people for simpletons, lied incessantly, displayed grandiose narcissistic behavior, and now is going to make more money than he needs just so he can top the Forbes list? And I, as one of the unwashed masses, should be happy. I find the whole thing repugnant. You do know, only 10 years ago, he'd be stripped for his behaviour. 20 years ago, he'd be a pariah. 30 years ago, he'd be in the stocks. Let's not go any further back than that. Damage has been done. I am completely desensitized of all emotion for this fight. I'm tired of being played like a fiddle. Ask me what I think in December. If it does happen, Usyk beats him. Simple. Anyway, thanks for listening.